Street Preacher here, here in the upper room, but I am traveling shortly to New Orleans, and got a little prank planned for Lonnie. And those of you that have watched this channel, I'm going to show you a little image that's going to remind you of something. It's got to do with one of those things right there. Now, if you've watched Lonnie's channel, you haven't seen, but you've heard his smoke detectors, and they got the little chirp going. So here's my prank, which is really not all that bad of a prank, but I know how to get rid of the chirp. So what I'm planning on doing while I'm down there is, without him knowing it, I'm going to take the chirp out of all his smoke detectors, and just to make sure, you know, that it's not just a dead battery, I'm taking new batteries with me. So I'm gonna put new batteries in there, get rid of the chirp, and the prank is I'm gonna see how long it takes him to notice that his smoke detectors aren't chirping anymore. But we'll see how that works out. Hopefully everything will go as planned, and this should make a pretty good video. But anyway, I gotta hit the road, gotta get to New Orleans. So this is EC Street Preacher signing out for now. Okay, EC Street Preacher here. Now I'm doing the prank. Okay, I'm here at Lonnie's house, and as I said before I left, you know, I can get rid of the chirp, and you might have just heard the chirp a little while ago. So I'm going to show you exactly how to get rid of the chirp if you're dealing with this at your house. Now, the smoke detector was right here, and I've taken it out, and I've unhooked it from the electrical power. So what you got to do, if I can figure this out. Okay, I'm going to come down now. Get kind of close up view of this. So first thing I got to figure out how to get this battery in here. Now, people will say, well, you know, it starts chirping when the battery goes, you know, kind of dead, and then you've got to change it. And then they say, well, I changed the battery, but it's still chirping. So what's going on? Here's what you got to do. So you got this right here. So the first thing we got to do is, when we get it completely unhooked from power, is we have to reset it. Okay. And what you do that, you know, you got this little thing that tests it. So you got to hold that down. And you got to hold it down completely, because whatever power's in there has got to go out. And I'm thinking this thing doesn't have any power at all now, because when I came here, Lonnie had it completely, you know, just kind of hooked there with no battery. And so now I'm going to put the battery in. But that's the main thing you got to do to reset it, is once you get it out, once you get it all out of electrical power and you get the battery out, you've got to hold the test button down. And that's going to completely reset it, because you got to get whatever little power's in there out. So now we're going to put this back in here, and we'll see if we get a chirp. I think it's chirping already. Okay. And you may have to do it again. That's why I'm just trying to checking it right now. I heard that little sound it makes when it stops chirping. So we may not have a chirp on this one. But I'm not going to sit there and, you know, make y'all watch any more of this boring video. I want to kind of get Lonnie's reaction when he finds out that they're working and they're not chirping. So I'll try to like talk to him later or something like that. And I left it up to Winter whether she wants to tell him how to do it or not. I guess she'll have to, you know, ban the video so nobody finds out. But anyway, this is EC Street Preacher, and I'm going to sign out for now. Okay, EC Street Preacher here with Lonnie Matherne, nice enough to open his house to me, you know, so I could stay here for Mardi Gras and not pay huge amounts of money to go to some hotel. And You know, the chirps hardly bothered me at all. The chirp from the fire detectors.
Yeah, I know. Eventually, that is on my list. I will do something about that eventually. What happened is, well, I don't want to get into a long story, but they would go off all the time whenever my wife would cook in the kitchen. Those things were always going off, so I started like dismantling them, taking the battery out, and I still got to get to the rest of them. But I'm apologize for that. I mean, I know. There's a lot of things wrong with this house.
So if you hear the chirp in any of these clips, that's what's going on. I mean, if we waited long enough, we might hear a chirp like pretty soon, wouldn't we?
I think it's mostly upstairs. I think I got rid of all the ones down here. I know there's one still in one of the spare bedrooms upstairs that I haven't gotten to yet, but I don't think there's any down here.
So maybe we should
I don't even notice a chirp anymore.
wait a little bit.
It's been so long, I don't even notice a chirp.
You know what? Come to think of it, I haven't heard a chirp in a long time.
Really?
From the smoke, I haven't heard a chirp for a long time. It's almost like I tried to prank you and get rid of the chirp out of all your smoke detectors here in the house.
You know, I don't know. Like I said, I don't even really notice it that much anymore. I'm going to have to sit there and listen for that chirp tonight.
I pranked you, Lonnie, I pranked you.
What, you went?
And Winter helped me, yeah.
What did you do?
The chirp is out of your smoke detectors. I know how to get the chirp out.
Really? What do you do?
I told Winter, so Winter knows.
You take the battery out, right?
Yeah, and I've already showed this earlier in the video, this video, but yeah, I'll have to leave it up to Winter. So I said, Winter, if you want to tell Lonnie, or if you want to.
Well, you rip them out of the socket is what you do, man. You don't know how many I totally destroyed, right?
Like I say, if you've already seen this video, I've already shown it. So you have to wait for the video or ask Winter.
No, I'm not going to ask Winter.
I did a whole video about this one little prank. Yeah, Lonnie, the chirp is gone. I killed it.
Forever?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if I can live without that chirp.
It's actually been gone for a few days now. We were waiting. It's like, how long is it going to take for Lonnie to figure out there's no more chirp?
Yeah, I'm pretty non-observant, man. My whole world, walking around in a daze. Wow. No chirp. Well, thank you. Anyway, man, I appreciate it. I don't have to worry about the chirp anymore, but we do have to get those things replaced. I understand that. The smoke detector is very important.
Well, I did put new batteries in the 3 that I found that were still hooked up.
Oh, so we do have 3 then. That's good.
You do have 3.
See why you
There's
need
a few other holes, so you might want to put smoke detectors in them.
I don't see why you need. I don't see why you need one in every room.
Well, they're important. I mean, you know.
Okay, thank you. And another one of my YouTube buddies is always mentioning that to me in the comments. Blue Industrial, I think his name is. Okay, I can't think of his full name.
People don't like the chirp, yeah.
But good. Praise the Lord. Thank you.
Okay, so this is Easy Street Preacher, Lonnie Matherne. We're going to sign out for now.